welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Debate with Sam and Tate, brought to you by Fantasy Focused and the Original Hooters. For this Saturday, Tate and I decided we wanted to hang out with the whole crew. So we have everyone in today. We've got Ryan, we've got Bucks, and we are going to be doing a mock draft. And I cannot wait to dive into that. We're going live with that at 10:15. But guys, we've got a little bit of news that might be breaking in the middle of our episode today. All the commissioners, apparently, of all sports leagues are meeting with Donald Trump right now to discuss, I guess, our sports future. How do you guys feel that's going?
I'm not excited about it. It's not making me feel good as a sports anchor. Making me feel like we may not have sports for the rest of the year. So, cheers.
I don't really think about it like we're not going to have sports. I think it's trying to figure out, how do these teams stay afloat? How do they get through this time? Because like any company, it is changing business rapidly. It's changing the way that they're handling their employees. They're furloughing a lot of people, et cetera. So I don't know. I think, this meeting could be a positive thing where it's like, okay, we need to kind of change our thinking and maybe aim to play behind closed doors, because the TV revenue is substantial. But, if you say TV revenue is like 50%, you're still missing the other 50%. So it's all about, you have these huge contracts. How do you make this work? I don't really see a way where the money works. And there's no like sports ball stimulus going out there,
I'm definitely nervous about the meeting, but I think as things progress here and testing gets more advanced, ultimately we're probably going to have sports without fans in the stands for a while. So at least there's some revenue. And I think the TV ratings will probably quadruple because people have nothing better to do. So I guess to answer or to counteract your point there, Bucky, there will be more people watching on TV. So maybe they can make up that revenue. But I mean, the NFL, we know, is still going on with their draft via Skype or whatever they're doing. And Goodell, if anyone, will find a way.
Goodell will find a way to keep football. We definitely know that for sure. Guys, if you want to jump in the comments as we go through our mock draft or have anything about football news or questions, please jump in. Nick Bird joining us. All my favorite 4 people on one screen. Thanks, Nick. Happy to have the whole crew here today. It's going to be fun. For me, I know a lot of people that work in the industry as like the food and beverage and that side of it. So I know they've had to lay off a horrible amount of people just because there's obviously there's no events, there's no concerts, there's no sports, there's nothing. So if they're not going to have fans in the stands, obviously none of them are going to have jobs either for a long time. So this is long-term going to be very impactful across a lot of people's lives.
Well, thank God we all got the Trump bucks coming. The Trumpsta.
The Trumpsta rhymes with dumpsta. So I don't know. I'm very nervous. I mean, thankfully, we've all got our phones. So if there's some news that drops while we are live doing this draft, then we'll be bringing it to you guys and discussing it on air. As we go,
I don't think we're gonna get news. Let me clarify that. No, I think this is trying to kind of get all the heads together in one building or one Zoom meeting, I guess you'd say.
Right.
Right now you got Goodell, and he's joking around. He's got the Jurassic Park background behind him, just yucking it up with the boys.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
They've also probably got someone that can't figure out the camera, and they're like over here to the side. Like, Can you guys see me? Is this thing on? Is it on?
Yeah, there's somebody. I would say that's Bettman. That's Bettman in the NHL. He's doing something weird like that, trying to catch up with technology. But no, I don't think we'll have news, because I think it's just now we need to rethink the plan moving forward, because it seems like everyone's latching on to when do we get back to normal instead of possibly establishing a new normal. And I think that might be kind of where their heads are going and saying, all right, well, we got to figure this out one way or the other, because it's a massive industry. So many people employed through it, and it's how we get our entertainment at the end of the day. It's what we all love, the 4 of us. If you ask me what's your hobby, I'd be like, going to patio or Hooters, watching sports.
Yeah,
like that's pretty much my hobby.
Well, we've actually got breaking news in the comments. Corey Ashburn saying, breaking news, this guy has 2 thumbs and enjoys your content. So yay, thanks, Corey. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Corey. Love it.
Appreciate it, baby.
How are you guys hanging in there with the quarantine?
I'm great. I'm doing Beachbody on demand, working out every day.
Yeah.
other than that, bored out of my mind. This is the most exciting thing of my Saturday, so I'm happy to be in great company.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that beard is coming in good. Mine is too, man. Really is like crushing it beard wise.
See, and I shaved mine for you guys this morning. Actually, you guys gave me a reason to put on makeup today, so that made me feel good.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I took a shower after I tried running this morning. That wasn't fun. I had an incident with a biker on the sidewalk, and I was told that it is legal. And so I looked up the statute, and yeah, it's legal. So I was the I was the pest in that situation.
Hey, I figured it out. I'm dabbling in PNGs and Photoshop.
There you go.
I did it in real time.
I mean, honestly, I'm just cooking a whole lot. I got Hooters today. Fantastic pickup option. Yeah, it was really organized. They call you out like, hey, this is for Matt. You step forward. They have Purell or sanitizer right there. So, you get your bag, you sanitize your hands, don't touch your face. You're eating Hooters at the end of that. It ruled. And then it's delicious.
Yeah. We love it. We love it.
But yeah, I'm going insane. I can't.
So jealous, Fox, that you got to eat Hooters today.
I don't know how much longer I can do this. Obviously, I'll make it through this, but I'll be a different person. And
yeah. Are you alone in your house, Bucks?
Yeah, I'm always alone.
They don't have a Hooters up here in Cadillac, Michigan.
No.
So you talk about jealousy. I feel like I'm removed from a good majority of civilization, which is a good thing right now. Social distancing is not quite as difficult here in Cadillac, Michigan, but needless to say, it's still pretty crazy out there, boys and girls. So stay safe.
Yeah, it's definitely rough. I'm glad that a lot of people are pushing the shop local and promote and pick up and deliver local stuff, because my favorite Greek restaurant went there last night to do a pickup, and there was a line. Like a 6 feet apart line, but there was a line. So I was happy to see that hopefully places like that don't go out of business.
So by nature, it's actually longer
the 6 feet apart, right, Bucky, down there in Florida?
Yeah. I mean, it was completely, there was like 3 people in there, and they had 3 people working really hard. I mean, if you're getting takeout, tip them, because those people are busting it. They're understaffed. They're doing the cooking. They're doing the actual what do you call it when you actually put it all in the boxes and such?
I'm not the guy to ask.
What, takeout?
I'm not the guy to ask.
Yeah, there's like a specific verb for it. Somebody will give me that verb.
Box it up?
The box it up guy. And answering the phone. It was I just want to give a lot of credit to those folks who are working in the service industry still, because you're definitely working your butts off. So shout out to Hooters. It was awesome.
And Victor J is saying, I've resorted to watching computer versus computer on Madden in order to stay entertained.
Which 2 teams, Victor? Which 2 teams? Let us know, and let me know. Send me a link, and maybe I'll call the game myself. I need play-by-play practice during these tough times.
Yeah, you gotta keep it new and fresh. Will Jenkins saying, "What up, guys? Got the whole crew today. This is awesome."
Really?
We love Will. And then Victor also wanting that Cooking with Bucks back, guys. If you caught last week's episode of Cooking with Bucks, and you didn't, I should say, if you didn't, you were missing out, because it is a fantastic show. And I think that we need more Cooking with Bucks. Cooking with Bucks in quarantine, which should be a staple of our weekly episodes. Don't you think, Bucks?
You want breaking news? I got breaking news. I got an air fryer now.
Oh, you got an air fryer? It's about to get real.
We're going to be trying some things live on video and seeing what we end up with. But yeah, I have a good time with it. I like music. I like food. I like having fun with it. So they'll be coming out once a week at least. Who knows? I'm getting so bored.
I just wanted to show you guys that I am prepared for today's mock draft. Little Monkey Balboa with an 18-pack and pizza.
What'd you get on that pie there, Derek?
Pepperoni. I knew
pepperoni. No vegetables.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Who puts veggie on a pizza?
Expediter. Yes, Expedite.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My friend Michael Johnson, who is in my Dynasty League and who will be in our mock draft today, helping you out there, Bucks, with Expediter.
He's up second here, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Speaking of the mock, we got to get started here pretty soon. It is
hey, Derek, that really awesome logo that you put right now.
I know, I got to remove it now. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. Damn it.
It's really clutch right in the middle of the draft board. Guys, if you're watching and tuning in now, we're going to be going live just a second with the draft. It's going to go on at 10:15, and your girl, Sam, has the number 1 pick. Guys, do you have a guess as to who I'm going to take number 1?
I'm assuming it's that handsome man that plays in Carolina.
He is quite a handsome man. And as soon
like
as
a snack.
he is a tasty treat, that Christian McCaffrey is, and someone that I believe is quarterback proof and going to maintain his fantasy, output this year, no matter who is giving him the ball. And that person is going to be Teddy Bridgewater. So I'm looking forward to hitting draft on his number, put him right there in the queue number 1. So there's no mistakes. Guys, when you're drafting, I like to use the queue when I'm using Sleeper because I tend to make mistakes.
Sam, how did you end up with first pick?
I definitely picked it.
Yeah, that's not random. I had to pick
I definitely picked it. But because I think when you're doing a mock draft, you can take you can pick different slots of where you want to try. And I never get to pick number 1 in any of my drafts, but I like to see how I do on the turn going through that many picks just to see what I end up with at those 2 slots back to back later. So
you are officially on the clock now, Sam. We have started.
It has started, and I am going to kick it off with picking my boy, Christian McCaffrey.
Is there really a case for anybody else at number 1 overall in this draft?
I'm sure you could make a case standard for maybe Saquon, but for me, I think PPR format, it's just Christian McCaffrey all the way. Do you guys have someone else?
I would take Saquon number 1 in PPR, but I'm probably going to take McCaffrey. I just like McCaffrey better. He's so handsome, Sam.
He's so handsome.
And he's so good at running underwater.
Oh, and then my friend Michael Johnson just took Saquon Barkley second. Like we were just saying, those guys are kind of the 1-2 punch in any beginning draft. My friend Tyler is on the clock, and I know he is currently walking his dogs, but he said he's going to try and do his best to not be that guy in this draft. So we'll see who Tyler takes next.
If there's one place to auto draft, it's at pick number 3. I mean, it's gonna auto draft to a guy that's automatically going to go in the top 5 anyway. So it's not that. The first round is the one round you can probably miss.
Really? I feel like you missed the whole spirit of drafting.
In the top 3, though, you pretty much know who you're taking. I mean, I guess it's a little interesting. I mean, who is the unanimous number 3 this year? Is it Dalvin Cook? Is it Aaron Jones? In
this format, it's Michael Thomas.
It's Michael Thomas to most. I'm not taking him there, though.
I'll say this. If I just auto-drafted, my success rate would be a lot higher than what it is. I feel like my big dumb brain gets in the way of what I should be doing quite often. Shout out Stephen Ridley.
Michael Thomas.
How many times have you taken a Patriots running back in the first round? There's Stephen Ridley there.
No, I did Corey Dillon once early.
Oh, the clock killing Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon was sweet with New England. Let's not forget that.
Ryan, who are you taking number 4?
I just want to say I don't like that Sleeper has Dalvin Cook like way down here because I probably want to take Dalvin. It's between Dalvin or Zeke for me.
Mm-hmm.
In a PPR format. I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. I'm gonna go Dalvin. Go Knowles. Blooded, baby.
I like it. Now, when you draft someone like Dalvin, are you going to be looking to pick up Madison later? And how early is too early to pick him up as your handcuff?
Yeah, 100%. I'll take Madison as early as like the 8th round. I know that probably sounds a little bit early for him, but I think he has standalone value.
Correct.
I had several leagues last year where, due to injury concerns, I had to start both of them.
Yeah, I think compared to other handcuffs, he has more standalone value than others, say like Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I agree.
Is anybody else having cocktails right now? Or am I the only one?
I got a light.
How about we have why don't we have a drinking word during this?
I'm gonna take her easy. I got to make it through a long.
I'm not saying.
I got tons to do today, Tate. Okay, so we're not gonna just go ahead.
Bucks doesn't want to pick a word because he knows he's gonna say the word.
Okay.
Have you ever gotten a little bit too tipsy during a live draft that actually meant something, and really your picks just didn't make any sense after, say, round 10?
I'm really hoping that my friends that are in this league don't jump in the chat and mention the time I was really drunk during our rookie draft and definitely blacked out. But I made a trade. I made a trade during mid blackout. which
No,
we
I'm on
ended
the
up
clock.
overturning as a league because we called it trade rape.
I'm going with Zeke here. I can't believe he fell there, but you know
insane
what
that
you're
he falls
getting.
that far.
You know what you're getting with him.
I'm surprised. Look,
Just stay out of trouble in the offseason, you knucklehead.
Yeah, knucklehead.
What
Well,
about
he's got to
Kamara?
stay safe.
Well, now we have
Kamara-
a longer offseason, probably.
Well, I mean, if
time to
everyone has to
mess up.
stay home this offseason, you would think that, suspensions go down immediately because everyone's stuck at home.
It's a good point, Sam.
You can't get pulled over. You have to stay home.
Truer words never spoken.
Right? This
So
might be helping our league.
So our boy B, or now we found out his full name is Brad. He's no longer just B, the commenter, or the original commenter of YouTube. Actually pulled the trigger on DeAndre Hopkins with the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep.
You find that a little bit early, given that he's changed teams, and we don't really know what his volume and his target percentage is really going to be in a new landing spot. It's a little early.
I feel like it's a little early for me, but I like to wait for the second round for my wide receivers. I always try and just buckle in that number one running back slot just because I feel like the depth isn't there. But I think DeAndre is going to have a fantastic year. When's he not going to have a fantastic year? He's got Kyler Murray this year hucking him the ball. It's going to be a high-powered offense. I think the volume is just going to be intense.
Fair enough.
Tate, is that actually, wait a second. You just blew my mind a little bit. Is Brad B, is this the same Brad that I know so well?
I think it is. It is.
All this time I didn't know this. This is one of my fraternity brothers.
I'm trying to connect the dots.
If you just saw
We need to call him Pepe Sylvia.
My assumption could definitely be wrong, though. Could be a
I
little-
got Oxygen Pepe.
I love this. And Ryan jumping in with the comments. I like how the live logo is covering Tate's face. Makes it more enjoyable to watch. Oh, that's so brutal, Ryan.
And this is even better when you have
That's
the comment here.
horrible.
You don't see my face. It's perfect.
It's just Rudy and Sam's mock draft. Just let it ride, guys. Let it ride.
If you just slide down in your
It's on
chair,
you. It's on
Derek,
me.
just go like this. Just slide down in your chair, then we see you. There you go.
Look at all the hang time on that hair too.
Oh, this
Team-
hair is getting out of control. Folks.
That's my team name. Team hang time. If you didn't know,
Love
just
it.
just got to let it keep riding.
Yeah, mine's it's called Only Live to Get Radical.
All right,
Wow,
Tate,
Tate.
with the first quarterback off the board, taking Lamar Jackson in the first. I feel like this is going to be pretty consistent this year in drafts, is early taking of quarterbacks a la Lamar Jackson. How do you guys feel about that?
Ooh, so a quick wraparound too with Victor, with Chris Godwin and Derrick Henry.
I like that stack.
I want to ask: do you guys have Chris Godwin as the better fantasy wide receiver? Not dynasty, not keeper format. Better pure PPR option than Mike Evans.
I mean, I do personally right now. Tate, I know you're going to take Aaron Jones here, by the way.
Do you?
I think Godwin is the keeper. I think he is the more explosive player than Evans, but Evans has a very specific skill set, which is just he'll go over the middle.
Mhm.
He'll be a red zone target. He's also a deep ball man, but Godwin, in my opinion, just does a little bit more. Better hands, too.
I think he intentionally just took Nick Chubb there to do something different, Ryan.
No, it's not. It's not to do something completely different. I'm actually very high on Nick Chubb. I mean, the only thing that it'll be interesting debate between him and Aaron Jones for this upcoming season, because Aaron Jones only really has Jamal Williams to compete with as opposed to Nick Chubb, who has Kareem Hunt to still deal with. But I'm telling you, that Kevin Stefanski offense and the addition of Austin Hooper and Jack Conklin is going to do wonders for that running game. I mean, Nick Chubb was almost the NFL's leading rusher without Jack Conklin. I just think that they're going to build this team and run it through Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt will be involved, but I see a big year in store for Nick Chubb.
I think Kareem Hunt is actually a really nice trade piece, especially coming up on this draft. Who knows?
I like how I'm getting sleeper alerts. By the way, I should have worn my sleeper shirt.
I know. We do have sleeper shirts.
I'll go change real
How
quick.
do you guys have sleeper shirts and I don't have a sleeper shirt?
This
Because you
was,
live in California.
What was that accent?
I don't even know.
I don't even know.
You
Uh,
live in California.
It
It's
sounds
like-
like
it's
it
like-
sounds like you're trying to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to do another accent.
Yeah, I was basically trying to be Schwarzenegger, but with more of a Nordic tint to it.
Tint. I like the tint.
Yeah.
I also like this stack that our boy Will Jenkins has. He has Tyreek Hill in the first and Aaron Jones in the second. I like that stack a lot.
Oh, I love that.
Oh man, I can't believe my homie fell to me here. Give me Pat Mahomes. I'm gonna go against the grain this year. If Pat Mahomes falls to me in the second round in any draft, he's mine. Period.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, would you also say that though if you had the second to last pick and on the turnaround at the beginning of the second, you'd still take him there?
Yeah. I think honestly, I think he's a top 5 pick. Like he's just so consistent, and we've kind of shied away from promoting quarterbacks early. At least I have personally.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say we. That's a stupid word for this. But I just, for whatever reason, I refuse to let Pat Mahomes get by. The guy's just too damn good.
No, I'm with you, Bucks. I'd say that's a general consensus with our group, and except for Tate going to get Lamar Jackson here in the first round.
Well, I want to ask. So great time for mock drafting is to experiment, to see how your team will look if you decide to go with a specific strategy. And who wouldn't agree that last season Lamar Jackson proved that he could be a fantasy football league winner?
Absolutely.
I mean, he could easily win you you can count and take it to the bank that the guy's going to have at least 20 fantasy points, just either from him rushing or his strides as a passer were absolutely phenomenal. And that was with just who was his lead receiver last year?
Mark Andrews.
Touchdown passes without a true number one.
Yep.
Mark Andrews could play wide receiver if he wanted to.
I like Mark Andrews. I'm just saying that if you get him a legit number one wide receiver in this NFL draft that is incredibly stacked and deep at the wide receiver position, I'm just saying it could be very, very, very. I mean, Jackson could be better, which is scary.
Yeah.
So I want to see how my team turns out by taking Lamar Jackson in the first round and building around him.
That's why we do these mocks, Tater.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, wait.
Keep knocking it up.
Boy, it ain't so comfortable as neat.
Eric says he can't see the mock board. Maybe on Facebook. I'm not sure what it looks like on Facebook, but switch over to YouTube if you can't see it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I think it's
I love this.
Hey, hop on YouTube. Get a link to YouTube going on there.
So my friend Michael, who just had his pick and now I'm up on the board, doesn't like that he's in between myself and our friend Tyler. That means that both of us are going to be taking all of his picks. So I'm actually kind of okay with that.
A Kulani Sam sandwich.
Kulani Sam sandwich? Exactly what it is. Let's see.
Tater, by the way, we did confirm that B is my brother Brad. I had no idea all this time. Probably
I cracked the code, man. I got
for years. For like 2 years, he's been commenting on our stuff, and I had no idea it was him.
I love B, man. I feel like he's my brother too.
Oh, he is. Hey, you're in the same frat, different school. We're all brothers.
I mean, the statutes may or may not be on the ledger. I don't know.
In order for people to be able to see my face, I need to sit like this. I'm leaning back, guys. It's kind of difficult. Anyway,
no, do it the other way. It's better.
Okay. Yeah. So Todd Gurley. Okay.
My
hot Atlanta.
My stack now is Christian McCaffrey in the first, Todd Gurley in the second, and Cooper Kupp starting off my third. I'm pretty happy with that stack at running back. I feel like there's a lot of depth at wide receiver that I can get later on. I just want to have those two studs. And I feel like Gurley's going to have a great year in Atlanta and a lot to prove. And, he's going to be happy where he's playing back at home.
I'm nervous about that pick, Sam, but I respect it. I mean, what is that, pick 24 there? That's not a terrible spot for him.
No, I think very, very end of the second with how many teams in this league, I think that's pretty respectable.
Well,
I think the Gordon pick. I think the Gordon pick
on the board. I mean, sorry, Bucky, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think the Gordon pick is a little surprising there.
Why?
I feel like it's early for Gordon. Would you have rather had Gurley there? I mean, we can make fun of Tyler all we want right now.
Oh, I'm not even making fun of him. I get it. I totally get it. I would have gone Eckler.
See, and then Michael just took Eckler right after me. So, I mean, I get that stack. I feel like Eckler's the obvious number one with the Chargers. I know that they're going to not have – Tyrod Taylor's not going to be their quarterback to start off this season.
Tyrod Taylor will be. That's
Tyrod.
right. It won't be Tyrod. It'll be Tyrod.
And Tyler with Kenny Galladay.
That tanks the value. If they really go with Tyrod Taylor under center, as their starter. That tanks the value of Keenan Allen, in my opinion.
See, Ryan, I love that Devin Singletary pick. I wish Tyler had gone Devin Singletary there instead, because I feel like Kenny Golladay is a player that you're like, okay, he's the number 1 wide receiver, but he doesn't have the same output that you would get from someone else that maybe you could get a bit later.
Yeah.
Doug Core with the staff.
I disagree. I actually thought that Matthew Stafford was having a fantastic year before he got hurt. And then you had to deal with David Blau under center, along with, what was it, Jeff Driscoll for a game or two?
I love how aggressively you say David Blau.
Look, because David Blau is a model American that did I forget what type of video it's named, like a cameo or something like that, for our boy Bart and Tramlaw over there in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a rally cry. It's a rally cry is what it is.
Doug Corp with back-to-back tight ends, by the way. Did anyone notice that?
Yeah, no, someone did. Corey Ashburn noticed 2 tight ends going early.
Yeah, he's out there taking a piss is what he's doing.
But you know what? I feel like if you're going to take them early, Kittle and Kelsey they're going to go early in drafts. They're just going to.
Can we real quick talk about Singletary? I know 3rd round is good value for him in my opinion, but I feel like he's a 2nd-round player this year.
I think that the upside is 100% there. It made me a little bit nervous because actually when Melvin Gordon was just sitting there on the free agent market, apparently the Buffalo Bills kind of inquired to see what it would cost to bring in Melvin Gordon, which if the Bills did bring in Melvin Gordon, I think that would significantly tank the value of Devin Singletary. But now that they have went through most of the off season without bringing in a significant running back, I love the outlook for Devin Singletary, as long as they don't add one in the draft. As of right now, though, I think he's a running back 2 with running back 1 upside.
Yeah, I feel like third round is safe for me. I feel like 2nd, I'm just a little hesitant to take him that early. But I do like that Nick Bird is jumping in the comments and saying, I think Eckler and Jacobs are better than Gordon and Gurley personally. Well, arguably, I think they're both younger. I think they're both in great positions, but I just feel like Gurley with his new offense has a bit higher ceiling for me than someone like Jacobs if you were comparing them across. What do you guys think?
I personally would go Eckler and Jacobs over Gordon and Gurley as well. I mean, I think they're probably all going to finish around the same in terms of fantasy rankings in 2020, but I mean, I love Eckler in PPR formats, obviously, but yeah, I'm big on Jacobs too. So I'm with you pretty much there, Nick.
Cool. Let's see who's on the clock now. Tate is on the clock now, and because we can see his screen, we can see what he's doing.
Creeping. I can't believe these two were still here.
Kenyon Drake and Mark Ingram. I like those.
Kenyon Drake, is that a mistake? How did he fall that far? I didn't even notice.
Because I'm the man.
You didn't hide him from everyone. I think that it has everything shuffled a little different on Sleeper.
Kenyon Drake is my running back 3 with Lamar Jackson as my quarterback. How the hell did that happen?
I don't know.
You're just that good.
You were drafted with me. Come on.
You're just that good, pal.
I'm actually surprised that you took Mark Ingram over Kenyon Drake, Tate.
Why? When it comes to Kenyon Drake, I mean, honestly, I will comment on one thing that you did say though, is that Mark Ingram or Kenyon Drake's name is still pretty far down on the Sleeper app. This has not been updated as far as current rankings. I think this is like going off last year's shit or something like that.
Dude, I'll take Kenyon Drake in the 1st round this year without hesitation. So the fact that he fell that far, I feel stupid for not taking him in the 2nd.
Yeah,
you can kick yourself later for that.
There's no way in drafts coming up this upcoming season, there's no way Kenyon Drake lasts till the 4th round.
No chance.
No shot in hell.
No chance.
We got our first rookie off the board.
Yeah, we saw that Jonathan Taylor, which I just realized I didn't know that rookies were thrown into this. So I was hoping that we wouldn't have to deal with that. But now I've got that fighting in the back of my brain. And
why?
Because I just
my wheelhouse, baby. Let's go.
Because I get excited about young players. I had to change the way I was going to say that. I like young guys. It sounds really bad. Like that just sounds. I mean, it's horribly true. It's horribly true. But like, still, I'm not that young. I'm just saying. I'm 32.
Cool. I like young guys.
I'm 32. They tend to be. Everyone's just in their 20s. I don't know why.
Yeah, Sam. Once you get north of 30, you got to be careful when you say stuff like that.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
This is who I am. Accept me for me.
Except me for me. We
She
all
likes
have,
me for me.
Ooh.
I'm staying away on this one.
Michael throwing me under the bus. Sam's a cougar. Thanks. Appreciate that, bud. And Nick Bird saying, Sam loves young guys. Laughing face. Thank you, guys. You know, I don't mind. It's a fun Saturday. I'm just happy to have my friends here with me. She's a predator. Thanks, Nick. God.
Yeah, she plays for Nashville. No big deal.
Yeah. Nashville Predators.
We
That
got,
was so
I went
random.
with Diggs there. That's a Homer fan pick.
You went with Diggs?
Yeah, I just think like if Josh Allen could take that year 3 step up, and maybe even year 4 if we don't have football this year, I guess that would technically be considered year 3 again.
I just screwed up. I picked Antonio Brown. I thought that was AJ.
You know what? I was gonna say that earlier. That like
Come
this is gonna
on.
mess up someone.
You didn't notice that there's no team next to that name there, Lee?
Levy got.
Oh, come on. Can I rewind that?
I
No.
think. Hold on. Let me see.
That was an honest
As long as
mistake.
play
no,
the ball
Tyler made a
at the
pick.
line.
Tyler made a pick. You can't.
I'm not an admin. I can't do it. I just clicked on his name. No,
Yeah,
I
you
can't.
can't
I
do
can't
it.
fix your mistake.
This is
Play it as it lies, Doug.
Play it as it lies. The draft has been paused. Ryan's going in there. No, I think that this is gonna mess up a lot of people this year. Guys, gotta
I think
keep an eye on the board. There's no name next to the team. Like
This may be the first time that a mock draft has ever been paused and corrected mistake.
because it was that big of a mistake. Huge.
All right. Sorry, guys. I feel dumb.
Well, you've got to give Kulani. You've got to give Kulani Keenan Allen there.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
take Keenan Allen there.
I won't.
You're gonna make the man pick again?
Now,
Where's the honor in that?
Yeah.
you know what? Now I'm just going to go back to my running back that I wanted here.
You should be booed.
I know, right?
You should. You really should.
Shame him. Shame him.
Really should have just wrote it out.
Hey, Levy, get
Yo.
up and take a lap.
Sorry, guys.
So, any other interesting? I mean, Sir Douglas of House Latanzio taking Kittle and Kelsey.
I don't mind that pick. I think for where those guys are, he's getting value. So I like it both ways.
Kittle and Kelsey, though?
Yeah, hell yeah. Why not roll it out with the big dogs?
The dub tight end.
I mean, I guess that would be the only stack where you'd be playing tight end in your flex.
Yeah, I have no problems with it. I think they're both
You
week to week
stat.
competitors. They're in there.
It's just a little weird.
And you kind of have a monopoly on the premier talent at the position.
But also think about the draft capital that is, or just the trading capital. I mean, if someone else, actually gets shafted at the tight end position and wants someone and has a player to spend, I think that could be a good trade.
Raise your hand if you've ever given up a ton of talent for a tight end in a draft or in a trade.
In a trade?
In a trade.
I probably have.
Wait, this comment is for you, Ryan. Shame, 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 naked in the streets.
Well, he doesn't even know what shame means because
I mean,
he
I
hasn't
meant it.
watched the
I
greatest
meant it.
show of all time.
You get up and take a lap. I wasn't joking around.
Well, I'm almost back on the clock. You're going to have to wait till after. Well, I'll take my lap.
Do something that marathon runner in France did, which is run your 23-foot room back and forth until you accumulate 26 miles.
That guy had a massive balcony. I feel like the salary. I was looking over the books, and there's no way that guy can afford that pad. So he's doing something on the side there.
23-foot balcony. It's pretty sizable. 100%.
It was an extensive balcony. That's how they live there in France.
I can't believe he did it for
Shit, this is hard.
6 hours.
I feel like you get nauseous doing that, just going back and forth.
Yeah, seriously. My balcony is 9 feet long. I would probably go insane from doing that.
I love the post-game analysis. Like, hey, what did what did you think of your run? Oh, well, I really couldn't generate any sort of momentum or speed. Well, no shit. You were running 8 yards back and forth. Of course, you didn't pick up any.
Yeah, I feel like my explosiveness was down a notch. Couldn't figure that out.
Sam, I love the picks.
Thank you.
Andre Swift.
You know what? We were talking about it, so it's at the top of my mind. I just love the potential of these. And I think that after Jonathan Taylor, DeAndre Swift, I feel like there's a little bit more of a drop off compared to the wide receiver talent in this class. There's so much wide receiver talent. I didn't want to skip on, to me, these top two running backs. So I wanted to get at least one of them. So knowing that he was still there, I had to take him.
Do you have Taylor ahead of DeAndre Swift?
I do. If I could have picked him, I would. Who's got another mic going on in their background? Because I can hear an echo.
Not me.
Am I the asshole?
It might be you.
I don't hear any echoes.
I like how Levy and Bucks both go, it's not me. So it's like there's one person left as a process of elimination, and it's me.
I got a professional soundboard over here. I should be good.
Yeah.
No, I'm like Nas. All I got is one mic.
Oh, yeah, Buck. Love that.
We're playing the podcast equivalent of Who Farted.
Damn.
Okay.
I love the Cortland Sutton pick here. That's who I was probably going to go with.
I'll be honest, that's a tough game to play in quarantine, Tate.
I'm saying we're playing the equivalent of never mind.
But I like Michael's pick with Juju Smith, and I know that he's just throwing that one in my face because these colors behind me don't run. But I think that Juju's going to have a lot better output this year than he did last year. He has to. He was dinged up. He had just a complete roulette table of quarterbacks thrown to him. So having a healthy Ben is going to be really big for him. So I like him in the 5th. I think that's pretty good.
In the 5th round for Russell Wilson, a guy who could easily finish the year as the quarterback 1, absolutely. That's when you ideally want to be able to pull the trigger on one of the top tier talents.
Yeah.
I love getting Diggs and Thielen and not having to worry about doing so.
The kiss stealing, woo!
No, you don't have to worry about who's going to get, who's going to get more volume in that offense because they're on different teams. So
I can't believe Marlon Mack.
I'm glad Levy's taking that lap.
Taking the lap.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
He had to go.
He's a man of honor.
And then he went and he did go and get his AJ Brown. So he did end up with the proper A Brown player he was looking for.
And he got him a round later. So
yeah,
I noticed that. He was like, oh, by the way, I'm going to take AJ Brown. And then he puts in Kerryon Johnson as his pick. I saw that slick shit, Levy. I'm onto your game.
I just took my lap, give me a break.
Get that inhaler out. You don't want to overwork yourself. It's tough to pod after a lap.
I just got an exciting shipment in the mail I'm going to show you guys.
Ooh, yeah. You're going to go through an unboxing. This is cool.
Did you wipe it down yet?
Of course.
Okay.
Spray it with Purell.
Sprayed it. So yeah,
I didn't have a spray thing of bleach.
Ooh, Willie Jenkins, you did me dirty.
If you don't have cleaning supplies,
Mark Andrews.
Did he just take Mark Andrews from you?
He snaked Mark Andrews from me. So
this is a PSA.
Well played, my man. Well played. With wide receivers, I mean, we talk about rookies, and I love myself some CeeDee Lamb, but without knowing where he's going, that's just that's a little silly. So right now, I think AJ Green's going to hold out. Tyler Boyd with Joe Burrow under center, I think is going to have a fantastic year.
I like that.
His PPR value, I mean, see what he did with a strong slot receiver in college in Justin Jefferson. He will absolutely find Tyler Boyd early and often. So I'm all about that. I don't know. I see Dak Prescott and Darren Waller. Okay, so it's already coming back to me. I got to take another wide receiver, don't I?
Well, you took all the running backs, so it would make sense to get a different position. But hey, it's your team. You do what you want with it. I think you could go kicker right here.
I appreciate.
I still can't believe you got Kenyon Drake in the 4th round. That actually makes me feel a little nauseous.
hate to break to you, but DJ Chark is actually somebody I really love his value because no one is going to be super high on Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville offense as a whole. So, but DJ Chark really took a significant jump from his rookie to his sophomore year. So yeah, I'll take that ascending talent who finishes a top 20 PPR receiver.
He was great with Minshew.
He was. And I think he's going to get better. I'm excited to see what he's able to do this upcoming season. So Boyd and Shark, considering I waited all the way till the 5th round to take a wide receiver, I'm happy about it.
Yeah, no, that's good. But on Gardner, do you guys really think that he's going to be Jacksonville's quarterback all year?
Yeah.
I do, because I think they're tanking. I think they're trying. Like, look at the moves they made this offseason. They traded Calais Campbell. They traded AJ Boye. I mean, it appears that this team is clearly trying to offload some of its talent for draft capital to rebuild. So if they're trying to rebuild,
Will Jenkins took Antonio Brown.
it's okay. Maybe he meant to do it.
Maybe he did.
He's working out recently with Lamar Jackson, by the way.
That is like, I mean, I know I sent out the tweet that because I saw the notification on ESPN and I was like, oh, people are going to start talking. That doesn't mean anything. If you look at what they're wearing in the picture, they all happen to be at the field. None of them were sweating or looking like they were actually in the middle of a workout.
Sam, you're fueling the rumor mill there.
I just don't think that there's anything there. I'm just saying I think other people are going to be talking, but I'm just saying I don't think that it's worth talking about.
Don't judge a man's workout by their perspiration.
I think that you should. If a man says he's working out and is not perspiring, he's not working out.
So I got a case of David sunflower seeds.
Hey,
That's what
now.
I got in the mail. Just
That's fantastic.
It's exciting.
bags.
Are they just Reggie's?
Ooh.
Reduce sodium, in quarantine,
Oh,
you want to
that's
reduce
good.
the sodium if possible.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
why I eat a lot of ham steak. Keep that sodium nice around 38% daily intake per serving.
I love it. I can't wait to see what's next.
You
I
mean
know.
we're cooking with Bucky?
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the clock.
I'm gonna
Oh,
do
yeah, right.
something with the air fryer. I gotta figure. I haven't even used it yet.
Dude, you should do wings.
Oh, air fryer is fantastic. It's even.
No, I only get wings
Grapefruit.
from Hooters.
I can use it.
I don't do homemade wings. I go to Hooters.
I've heard French fries on the air fryer are really good.
Oh, they are. Rumors are true.
I'm gonna do tortilla chips tonight.
Ooh. Are you going to do a segment? Can we join you on Instagram Live and see how these air fried chips come out?
I mean, I could. I'm not doing anything else. It's just usually. I mean, cooking with Bucky isn't like I just put the camera on. I actually write out like a screenplay for it and then execute it.
A screenplay? You write a screenplay?
Yeah, you want to see one?
Have you ever looked at Buck's resume? It says screenplay writer.
I did not know that. I
Yeah.
know so much about you. Tyler, you're on the clock, my friend.
But I mean, I could do the the air fryer chips. I mean, I have no clue what I'm doing, so it could be an epic failure. But I guess this is a time to put up or shut up.
I mean, and while they're frying, you could do some sort of like a side sauce, maybe make your own for dipping.
I do have some ingredients, but I'm out of garlic right now.
I can't do anything
So
without any
I
garlic.
can't do
in my house.
salsa without garlic.
It's true. Absolutely true.
But I do have plenty of jarred salsa. So, are y'all all right? Here's a question: between guacamole, salsa, or queso, you have to marry one, sleep with one, and kill one. What are you doing?
Wait, what was this? You said guac, salsa,
And queso.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
man.
marrying queso.
No.
There's not a question in my mind.
I'll
I'm
sleep
marrying
with queso. I ain't marrying the gal.
I'm marrying her.
I like the way that you put that. I think I would marry guac, sleep with queso, and kill salsa.
See, I would marry salsa.
I'm marrying salsa too, Bucky, because it doesn't go bad so fast.
I'm just saying I love salt. I love queso. So how can you not marry it?
Because it's so bad for you. You can't marry her and be with her all the time. You're gonna get like my size, Tate. You
Yes.
don't want that.
But yes, I mean,
How do you
It's all right.
think I got here? I married her and now I have to divorce her.
You
Look.
absolutely need to smash queso.
My
Yeah, you smash queso.
my anchor desk though goes from like the chest up, so I can get away with some extra love handle stuff going on if I just keep queso as my right
side
hand
piece.
down.
Yeah, it's all fun and games till you blow your belt out live on air. We got a blowout.
Oh God.
Stage
We lost
3.
camera. We lost camera 3 because the belt buckle on tape
It's terrible.
popped right at it and knocked out.
Puncture wound.
I'll say whoopsie.
Taylor,
Come
you
on,
got someone
Sam.
talking trash to you down there in the comments.
You know what? I don't feel bad
What
about
about-
it. I'm going early on my rookies this year. I just have so much like hype on these guys. So I took CeeDee Lamb with this last pick. I went Jarvis Landry and then I went CeeDee Lamb.
Damn you, Sam. I thought I was going to be able to get Lamb here.
Nope. Not when I got, young hot guys on the brain. That's not happening.
Mm-hmm. CD.
Did you see him do that twisting, turning catch?
Unbelievable.
You saw the abs contracting.
No.
Very hot. Very hot.
Settle down. Settle down. Mama.
Simmer
I
down.
would do no such thing. I do like, okay, so my friends Michael and Tyler, they both went QB here, and I like where they got these guys. Michael got Josh Allen, and then right after, Tyler took Aaron Rodgers. I think that at this point in the draft, those are good. Those are good picks.
Yeah, I love it.
How much do we like Aaron Rodgers?
As a person?
No, this upcoming season.
As a State Farm promo guy?
I'm just asking. I mean, what do we think about Aaron Rodgers this upcoming year?
Same old. Love him.
I want to see him draft one of these top receivers, and then
I
I'll love
hope
him a
that
lot
they
more.
get him a top receiver. That would be great. Finally revive, that Aaron Rodgers arm. Chuck it
You
down the
told me
field.
that the law firm didn't work out with Aquamania St. Brown, Marquez Valdez Scantling, amongst others.
Lazard. Are you trying to make a law firm with
Geronimo.
all their last names? Because
Right.
that'd be pretty amazing.
You forgot about Jay Kumaro.
Kumaro, I can't. That sounds like a tongue twister. I can't say all of their last names as a law firm. Bucky, can you do it?
No.
Love it. And then Ryan taking Jerry Judy.
I'm
Sorry,
going to make an argument for him over CeeDee Lamb tomorrow, Tate. I hope you got your guns loaded.
Oh, they're loaded. They're definitely loaded.
I'm scared. I'm scared to make the argument.
I'm just going to eat popcorn during that stream. I'm not even going to talk.
Are you guys having a live stream without me?
Yeah.
If you want to rank your top 5 quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and then we got 2 more subjects for cover tomorrow.
Oh, rookie talk. Okay, can I just bring the popcorn and listen in?
Sure.
Sweet.
Yeah, we do need 4 to make sure that my face is not visible the entire time. So as long as that's the case, we're in good shape.
You can swap spots with Derek for tomorrow. Then you can take the top ones. The live stream covers your face.
That means I can bring back this. We have all 4.
Yes.
Oh.
So after Judy, Doug Corp takes Gallup, Darius Geist to Bucky, J.K. Dobbins to B, Evan Ingram to Pee Wee 31.
Oh, Terry McLaurin.
I love the
Willie.
Ingram pick. I'm big on Ingram.
Damn you, Willie Jenkins.
We had to make up for that Antonio Brown pick.
Right.
I'm glad you got someone that's starting this year. Will Jenkins. Do not mean to throw you under the bus. Love you, bud. Love you.
I mean, you just destroyed the man and then decided to go ahead and say, not trying to hurt you.
No hard feelings.
That's like saying no offense before you say something that's very offensive.
Or like in Talladega Nights, with all due respect.
With all due respect, that ain't worth a velvet
Velvet
painting of a
painting.
dolphin and a whale getting it on.
Yep.
My mom is just absolutely peppering me with recipes right now. On email.
I love it.
There's like 6 recipes in one email. It's like, where does one start the other end,
Yeah. Wait, Ryan, did you throw this up? Victor J is saying Edelman should be the Pats quarterback this year. I
Yeah.
don't hate that. I like that.
He went all the way in the 7th round here in PPR. Do you guys like him there?
I mean, you have to. I mean, he's still good. He still has talent. Just depends on if the team has said that they all believe in Jarrett Stidham. So we'll see if that holds true, being the Pats' #1 quarterback this year. We'll see.
Yeah. Tater, I like the OJ Howard pick.
If anybody's going to be able to get
Then you went and ruined it with a Will Fuller.
Ooh.
who's the #1 wide receiver right now in Houston,
I think that's still to be determined.
I think it's Will Fuller.
I think if he stayed healthy, he would be the clear-cut #1, but he hasn't proven that he can do that. So,
I mean, he's my 8th round pick. I mean,
Yeah,
a guy
I like
with
that.
like top 15 potential in the 8th round.
yeah. And I'm actually the pick right before you, Marquise Brown, would have been nice in that lineup that you have. But And I'm surprised he did fall that far. Do you guys feel like Marquise Brown is going to go up in drafts as we get closer?
We have to see what the Ravens do in the draft.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
If they find a bigger body possession, they find a bigger body possession receiver, maybe like T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to say that T. Higgins will explode on the scene, but I want to see what the Ravens do in the draft because I'm not saying that Hollywood Brown is a one-trick pony, but he's a speed receiver that couldn't stay healthy last year and was coming off of a Liz Frank injury in college. So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
What's everybody giggling about? What's everybody giggling about?
I'm not laughing at you, Tate. I'm laughing because Bucks just had a sneeze that was so powerful. He looked like he kind of like blacked out a little bit and then came to and was like, and just saw me laughing.
I did black out right there. It was bad.
Oh. Rojo went in the 8th round to Will. I like that pick as well. Michael's on board with that. Thoughts?
Yep. I mean,
depending on what the Bucks do in the draft, of course. I mean, this is early, obviously.
This is early, but you have to like obviously with Brady and how he uses the running backs in so many different ways. I mean, he's going to have a bit better year than he would have had last year. Obviously with Winston if he had him under center. So I think that, it's a good pick. I don't hate the pick.
Damn, Brad just stole my pick there with no fan.
In the 8th round, you're getting a starting running back as of right this moment.
Yep.
Yeah, true. Value. The Mike Williams pick.
There's not much that I liked here, and I like the upside.
Clearly.
Williams.
I think there's a lot of upside with Mike Williams. And again, this all depends on if it's Tyrod or if it's Tua or if it's another quarterback that's under center there.
There's nothing wrong with Tyrod. Okay.
Tyrod.
Oh, come on. When has Tyrod ever done any wide receiver any favors as far as their fantasy value?
Hey, buddy. I mean, he does really good out routes, like 5 yards.
Yeah, that's clearly Mike's game.
They're going to draft a quarterback. Come on.
Yeah, they're drafting a quarterback for sure.
Do you guys think they go Herbert? Because I don't think that there's any way Tua Tagovailoa with his clean bill of health recently is going to slip past the Miami Dolphins at 5.
No, I think that if he's still there, the Dolphins are going to take him. But, I mean, there has been some people buzzing about saying that they're thinking about moving on from him and going with Herbert, but I don't know if that's just smoke.
Damn it. I just keep getting snaked here. I was going to go Noah Fant first, and then I was going to go Wentz, just having to pivot all over the place here.
Pivot and pivot and pivot.
Is that a Friends reference?
Yeah.
I know. I've been looking at your team. You've been pivoting the entire time.
Tate, kiss my ass, dude. I will still dominate fantasy.
He's still shaking that he actually took Antonio Brown.
I know. You guys really got in my head.
You had to go in and make commissioner changes to adjust your
mock draft.
Make sure your team didn't look like the worst. You had to cheat. You had to cheat.
I just had to go in there and scoop him in front of you, Sam.
I know. I do like the.
I wanted to take AJ Brown.
I do like that pick.
Well, never mind. I want Kerryon Johnson. You sack of shit.
All right. So a big run of running backs that just went. You took Raheem Mostert, Tyler took Phillip Lindsay, and Michael took Cam Akers. So who am I going to take next?
Tate, those beers hit, huh?
Huh?
Those beers hit you, huh?
Oh, yeah. I feel good.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
I figured.
I haven't even had breakfast yet.
Why?
I had to do the beach body on demand when I woke up this morning. And just didn't have time before the pod. So
are you not able to go outside and run during these times, or do you just prefer doing that?
I'm not a big runner.
Downstairs neighbor off.
Oh yeah, because I normally do it at like 5 a.m, so I'm sure they hate us.
Good grief, you home workout enthusiasts!
Well, I normally go to a gym.
I can't go to gym.
It's cold up here.
I'm just giving you grief. No, it's a beautiful sunny day here in Tampa. So
oh man, I'm gonna accidentally do it.
Come on, Sam.
Damn it! Sorry, I didn't want to do that pick. But.
Yeah, he's not on a team yet.
Yeah, I know that. I didn't want to do that, but that's okay.
Good pick though.
I mean, as long as he gets a team, I'm fine. I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to take that pick back. I'm not a Ryan Levy.
Wow, that's right.
Yeah, damn. I'm gonna stick with it.
That's a mic drop.
The truth hurts sometimes.
It does.
I cheated in a mock draft.
Yeah, where's the MTV series True Life? I cheated in my mock draft.
So good.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Getting eaten alive today.
Yeah. So
Sharks.
I did go Devontae Freeman, and then I went Curtis Samuel to redeem myself a little bit. But if he finds a team, he could work his way up and make that pick worth it. I think at where I took him, what round is that? I'm bad at math.
This is now the 9th round.
9. Yeah. So I took him in the 9th. That's not bad. When I've already got Christian McCaffrey, Todd Gurley, and DeAndre Swift, I think I'm okay.
I know it's a great sign.
I'm rolling the dice on Freeman. It's fine.
It's a great sign that the Panthers signed Robbie Anderson in the offseason for Curtis Samuel.
Nah.
It does all good things for. I know I'm being sarcastic.
I know. I'm with you, dude.
We'll see.
I know. What's that?
You guys don't believe in Teddy Bridgewater?
I do. I like Teddy Bridgewater quite a bit.
I don't like him as a fantasy quarterback. I like him as a just like a game managing quarterback. He's like a poor man's Alex Smith.
I think he presents the same opportunities for his receivers that Cam Newton would have. So,
B jumping in here with a comment. Trump will be addressing the nation at 3:30 Eastern time, and will discuss the contents of the sports call.
Oh no,
God. I'm nervous. I knew it. So we are going to get the announcement. That's good.
We're going to get something. Jeez. Thanks, guys, for joining us. If you have any questions about, maybe dynasty startups that you have, or any, trade questions that you have, please throw them in the comments, and we're happy to answer those as we finish out this mock draft. And I'm really happy with my team. Are you guys good with yours? I mean, I feel like you redeemed yourself a bit, Levy.
I hate my team.
Sam, run down your team real quick for the people that can't see this.
All right, for the people that can't see the screen, I have Christian McCaffrey, Todd Gurley, Cooper Kupp, DeAndre Swift, Russell Wilson, Jarvis Landry, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Freeman, and Curtis Samuel. Pretty happy with that stack. And I think that all the tight ends that have taken
Where's Freeman going, though?
We'll figure it out. I'll get on the phone with him. I'll send him a DM on Instagram and see if I can convince him to sign with a team.
I'm gonna go with. Damn, this is hard. I'm gonna go with Mecole Hardman here, but it's only because I have Mahomes.
Wait, why not Sammy?
My history goes way back with old Samuel Watkins and
Samuel. You call him Samuel? That's the kind of relationship you have with him?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what his mom calls him. We used to hang out, SpaghettiOs and whatnot. But I just can't pick Samuel Watkins. I've already had my heart broken a few times in my life. I don't need it again.
No, for sure. I know that I have someone in one of my leagues that's still a Sammy Watkins truther, and I definitely disagree.
I see Victor Carol Baskins. For president, more like for prison.
Wait, that's the person that's in Tiger King?
Yes.
Yeah. She totally murdered her husband, dude.
Okay.
She totally did it.
Sam, did you watch Tiger King?
I have not seen Tiger King.
Tate?
Oh, yeah.
I think
that bitch did it.
It's definitely
Tate.
That was aggressive.
Oh, she did it, though. There's no doubt in my mind.
That's what all the memes are saying anyway.
Wait, so this show ended up being about a murder mystery, not just about tigers and a guy with a weird mullet?
It's about a weird portion of this American community that love big cats, but don't really love big cats. They love the world that being a big cat person opens up for them. Drug use and madness ensues from there.
Sounds like the beginning of an episode of Jersey Shore.
And in the middle of that, yes, there is a murder plot for Carol Baskins, who most certainly murdered her husband. Fed him to the time.
I think it's very overrated personally, but
I trust me. I think it's trash, but it is eye opening in a lot of ways, none of which are positive. So if you're looking for positivity, like an injection of positivity into your everyday life, I would not recommend Tiger King. But if you're just an absolute freak like I am, you'll enjoy it quite a bit.
You know what? I'm actually really far into.
You have a lot of skulls around your house.
I do. Are
Because
you in
of
my
that,
house? How do you know how many skulls I have?
Tim, you've been potting with me for like 2.5 years now, and the first one you ever did, all I saw was skulls. Like you had to change where you were because I was scared of all your skulls everywhere. Skulls on the wall, skulls on the table, skulls
There's
on
not
the
that many. You make it sound like they're all human. They're not all human. There's
animal
like
skulls on the shelf. You know, it's just like it's overwhelming for some of us. Okay.
that helps me because actually, not to segue completely away from football and shenanigans, but you brought up my skulls. So I have a giant painting of skulls that I started that I thought would be really fun, but I haven't finished it because I don't know where to put it. It's 5 feet wide by 4 feet tall, and yeah, I don't know where to put it. If I put it in my living room, my brother and my family say that people won't come over. So I want to still have friends.
I do like skull art. I just don't like actual skulls.
Oh, well, I don't have that many of those, and of the
Don't
real
lie to
ones
me.
I
That
have,
many?
I think I only have like 2, and they're animal ones. They're not people ones.
You have a people one.
I don't have a real people one.
Oh, it's fake.
Yeah.
But it is a skull.
Yeah. Wait, which skull are you talking about? I don't
All
have a
the
human
skulls.
head skull. I don't have those. I've got a raccoon. I've got a deer. I've got a couple antler sheds. I've got lots of like little tiny sculpture guys. Yeah, that one's a porcelain one. I think the one you're thinking of. I've got a porcelain one.
Okay.
No people. I don't have people.
Well, looks like I'll be streaming tight ends and quarterbacks in this mock draft because it's looking.
They're all
pretty
gone.
thin. Yeah.
I know. I'm
Tater
looking
went
at
and
all
took-
these tight ends and they're just gone. This is
Yeah,
bleak
Tater
for
took
me.
his second with Higbee. Love that pick, Tater. Then Justin
Oh,
Jackson goes. Mike Gesicki goes to Victor, like that. Alshon all the way down in the 10th round. Goddard in the 10th round. Drew Brees in the 10th. Manny Sanders 10th. Bucky with James White. Love it.
I mean, I can't believe Jimmy White was still staring me down there.
I can't.
And yeah,
believe
James White's mom
Tom
calls him
Brady.
Jimmy, so I went with Jimmy there.
Gotcha.
Does James White have value without Tom Brady?
Well,
Yeah,
I think so, just in that system.
no shape or roll. But you're right, it is impacted. But what are we in now? The 10th, 11th round. So
Got a couple more rounds left. I think we're doing 13.
yeah, I've got 13 rounds. We're almost there. This was a nice, good, quick mock draft.
Yeah, only an hour. I'll take that all day.
Absolutely. Oh, I love this question. Victor J's with pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
I'm like a depending. I'd have to be drunk. You know, I'd have to have several beverages.
I don't mind it, but I don't
Let's
like it
just
with like
say
the
it's
regular. I don't like it with regular like, Canadian ham, like the traditional Hawaiian. I like it with bacon.
Ooh,
So you
now
just
we're
want
talking.
you want the extreme salt, extreme flavor
Mhm.
juxtaposition between the pineapple and said bacon. Now I'm going to throw something at you here. How about the Canadian bacon and pineapple?
Oh, sure. Double meats. I'm not going to say no to the double meats.
I love ham on a pie. I got to come clean. I love a good ham on
We
a pie.
all
I
know
just
you
love
like ham, Bucky.
Yeah, that shouldn't shock anyone. But the anti-pineapple on pizza crowd is one that baffles me.
Why?
Why be so staunchly anti something that is completely your personal choice? And it's a
Oh, man.
topping on a
I'm not saying you
You put
all
TJ.
burned at the stake. I'm just saying that I don't. It tastes. I don't understand how sugar and fruit mixes into pizza, which is cheese and sauce.
Yeah,
Like,
but technically,
flavor is
tomatoes a
sweet.
fruit.
Yeah, tomato is a fruit.
oh,
There,
yeah, I mean,
Derek.
all right. Well, I mean, whatever. But you get my point. Does tomato have a ton of sugar in it?
Yes.
Maybe it
Yeah.
does. I mean,
Yeah,
all right,
it does.
great. But then it doesn't taste like it.
Yeah.
It's acidic.
It is. It is. This has
Acidic.
been science lectures with the crew.
Hey, I got my tight end in the 10th round here, guys. TJ Hawkinson. I'll take that all
I
day.
was hoping he would follow me. I mean, I didn't think it was going to happen, but damn.
It's all right.
These tight ends are just
And then, though, it's usually year 3 that you get that breakout, unless your name is Mark Andrews.
You took Devonta Freeman in the last round. It's all right. He'll make up for it.
Doug Corp with Brandon Cooks, Matt Breda. Oh, Madison went. I was letting him fall as far as I could, and I just got screwed. So don't
That
take
sucks
my
to be
advice there.
you.
You took that chance.
I did.
Got him right there. Instead, you took Rashad Penny.
Yeah. I think Rashad Penny has more standalone value than Madison all day. I mean, I love Chris Carson too. I'll start both of them in any given week.
I don't know why I'm not sold on Carson this year.
Why? He's a hammer.
He's a hammer, but man, he's got ball security issues.
I see you, Michael. It's actually Jimothy White. You're right. It is Jimothy.
Jimothy.
They shortened that to James.
Yeah. Our friend Tyler, who's in this draft, just got a new dog, and he named him Jimothy, and it's adorable.
That's a great name.
Jimothy and Tuna for short.
Love it.
So cute.
AKA Tuna. I think it's awesome when people have the AKAs for like 6 AKAs for their dog.
Yeah,
That's how you know you
absolutely.
got a good pup.
You just got a dog, Ryan. Do you have any AKAs for your little one?
He does not have any AKAs yet. His name is Alfie, but our prior dog Wheezy, I called him Booby Dixon. So nice classic Buffalo Bills reference right there for your buck.
Booby Dixon.
Booby Dix.
He was a hell of a running back.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was.
The
Tampa Tom going in round 11.
I like that. I like that pick, Michael. So his quarterback stack is Josh Allen and Tom Brady. I
I'm
mean,
looking at pictures of Booby Dixon. He rules, man.
you're so distracted.
Can
I
we,
love Booby Dixon.
can we get an opinion here on the LA running back situation? Is it going to be Darrell or is it going to be Malcolm Brown? Tater, any thoughts?
I think they're going to address the position in the draft.
Okay.
If they don't, I think it's Henderson.
Henderson's the one I want. He's just more explosive. Nothing against Malcolm Brown, but Malcolm Brown is just kind of a run-of-the-mill, kind of a plotter like Peyton Barber to me. So, yeah, I mean, Henderson's the one that I want because of the upside in that offense. So
I, for some reason, thought you were going to break into full Grease singing "You're the one that I want."
it would be something I would do, but not in
Probably
this
something you would
scenario.
No. Maybe
So I
not the
put-
falsetto. You haven't done the high falsetto.
I got Baker in round 11. I'll take that all day too. And then follow
Yeah,
that
I like
with
that.
Sterling Shepard, Justin Jefferson for Bucky. I
Man,
like it.
Baker was great last year.
Yeah, he was fantastic. But I
You're
mean,
going late.
in round
You
11,
take your sarcasm pills this morning or what?
I did.
Yeah.
You reach, I teach.
Right.
it's okay. I'll teach you how to win some championships this year.
Ooh.
I have to
Ooh,
go
I
pick
like
up my
You know
trophy.
it's Lil Big Wheels year. I mean,
Little
think
big
about,
wheels.
like when you really think about it, last year was just the preview. Now we're getting into the main event.
Oh wait, Buck. It's the
Every year.
Lure.
Yeah,
Big
it's Lil or Big Wheel this year, but I can't change the name right now. I tried. Actually, I do think I did get it to Lil or Big Wheel.
Oh, man. C Wing. I don't know who C Wing is, but I like the Clyde Edwards-Helaire pick.
I was in between going with Jefferson or Edwards-Helaire. I think Jefferson is the more prototypical pro prospect, so I went there.
I like Justin Jefferson a lot. I think he's going to be a great pick.
Justin
I'm
Jefferson,
taking him over
number two.
Ruggs too.
Justin Jefferson's the number 2 wide receiver on my board.
Wow.
That makes me feel good about the homework I've been doing this weekend in preparation for tomorrow, Tater, because
You got Judy number 1 though. That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm ready for you though. I got
Oh, you ready?
Wait, I like this. I like this take from Michael saying Rams going to end up with Carlos Hyde or Frank Gore as the running back 1 or Freeman. Hey, to take
Makes
Freeman.
Yeah, I mean Frank Gore is essentially the Keith Richards of the NFL in that he cannot be killed by most weapons. So he will.
Wouldn't that make him the Chuck Norris?
You can't be killed by conventional weapons. No, that's Keith Richards.
All right.
He's tried a bunch.
Jordan Howard.
Can't be killed.
So we got Anthony Miller, Deontay Johnson goes to Tater, Paris Campbell to Victor, and then Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard in the 12th round. Any thoughts there, guys?
Love it.
Pretty late.
I mean, I like the pick for how late it is. I mean,
See, Victor has a question there. Who will be RB1 for the Chargers? It's Eckler, bud.
No doubt.
Austin
No
Eckler is a legit number 1.
absolutely.
Well, I hope Joe Burrow's good because I've got 2 Cincinnati Bengals receivers.
I think he'll be just fine.
You
John Ross was actually really good to begin the year,
Mhm.
2019. So
No, I think that those are good offensive weapons for him to get a start with. Obviously, him and Boyd, they're both still young. With Burrow under center, I think that there's a lot of potential there.
we just know what the hell to expect with AJ Green's situation.
Yeah, but I mean, if AJ Green doesn't play, and if he just decides to sit out, that just moves up the potential for John Ross and for Boyd. As an AJ Green owner, you just have to be very mindful of that. I mean, if he does do that, I could see him just sitting on the waiver wire for weeks and weeks.
I like that word, mindful. You should be mindful of it.
You do have a great vocabulary, Sam.
I try so hard. Half the words I say I can't spell. Oh man, B taking Joe Burrow. I was hoping he would fall to me.
I was going to take him.
So
I didn't realize the chat section's been blown up over here. In the actual, folks are actually having legit conversations in the chat.
I love it. It's like a real draft.
People are taking it seriously. Outside of Levy, who just changes his picks when he fucks up.
Yeah, well, see, that's why. Hey, Tate, what'd you just say?
Messes up.
That's going to put work on Ryan's plate later.
Verbal lashings over the mic because of a mistake.
It's okay.
Yeah, but now that he's got to use the bleep button later.
Nah. Bucky says it's okay to let it ride in the meat of the episode.
Yeah, if you get in the meat.
In the meat? Can just let the F's roll in the meat. That sounds weird.
The meat, not the bread or the buns, depending on what you're eating.
I love at some point that Bucky is just going to begin to take Buffalo Bills players. Although I do really like Dawson Knox.
I thought about taking him earlier, but then I thought it was too soon.
Yeah, I feel like 12th or beyond, it's all dart throws, and Dawson Knox certainly has the capability to get there if he can catch the damn football.
Right.
So hopefully he's on the jugs machine right now.
Somebody had to take the glass, man.
Yeah, 12th round, I feel like, as my wide receiver 5 or 6, whatever I got him there, I'll be all right with that.
Be all right.
Yeah, you don't sound confident.
Michael, really? Rashad Perriman?
I mean, I like him over.
Somebody's got to catch passes for the Jets.
Someone.
He ain't gonna be Robbie Anderson. Ruby.
I'll take Robbie here in round 13 if Sam doesn't scoop him up.
Robbie Anderson.
Y'all remember that song, Ruby, 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 Ruby?
Oh, it's the last round.
It's a good song.
We are in the last round, so I'm trying to make this last pick count.
Damn, I have not taken a running back since round 4.
You got all the good ones, Tater.
Yeah. You're kind of set. You're kind of done. You don't need to take any more.
I mean, sort of. It's hard to. I mean, obviously, right now we're doing a mock draft without knowing where the rookies are going to land. So a lot of those positions could change, and some of their value could change drastically outside of the top tier talents. So, but this has been fun.
Yeah, this has been fun.
Levy cheated.
We cheated.
I didn't cheat. You guys gave me authorization.
Did we though?
You said I was going to take AJ Brown, and you changed. You retroacted a pick to then put in Kerryon Johnson.
Well, I had 2 guys in my queue, so I ended up taking AJ Brown in the next pick right around the wraparound anyway. So it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Sure thing. A likely story.
So you're saying you like my team now, Tate? I'll accept that.
That's where you think I was going with it.
I mean, I'll take my roster all day. I didn't take a tight end or a quarterback until round 10. So I went all running backs, receivers. I'm stacked.
You sound
Quite
proud.
stacked.
I like it.
Be proud. I like his team. Yeah. We'll have to do draft grades and post those on Twitter later of who we think had the better draft.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Considering I took Lamar in the first round, I don't think my team turned out all that bad. And then 3 straight running backs.
Yeah. It's a weird look. Let's see what he does with it, Cotton. Sure.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it works for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still pretty happy with my team. Devontae Freeman aside.
I could have paused the draft for you, Sam.
I'm fine. I don't care. He'll get a team.
No, we only have one cheater in the group.
Yeah. I'm gonna play with honor, so I'm just gonna let it ride.
There we go. There we go.
You ain't trying if you ain't cheating, Tater.
Yeah, that's it.
Doug Court's definitely on auto draft by this point because he took Cam Newton in the 12th round. But thanks for joining us, Dougie.
Yeah,
No, he may have taken Cam.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
I'm still shocked that him and Jameis don't have jobs.
I'm not considering. I mean, how happy are these teams that haven't, said we're going to pay a guy like 25, 30 mil a year, and then you're hit with this uncertain time? It's probably best for all parties that they're not on rosters.
True.
There'll be a gold rush when that comes through.
I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Like, if there is no football, or are we still paying these players? How does that work?
There's something in the collective bargaining agreement that probably is like a stipulation in it all that describes it that I don't know off the top of my head.
Maybe like a partial payment or something like that.
So I just backed up James
Beans.
Conner with Jalen Samuels there.
Is he even the handcuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't take him either because I feel like they might address the position in the draft. So
Yeah.
I thought Benny Snell was decent when given an opportunity.
yeah, he was fine. But I mean, I think that, being just fine isn't what, these Steelers like to go for. My team wants to, produce champions. So I think that, we'll have Connor and then we'll probably get a rookie running back this year.
They've really struggled with producing champions recently, though, huh?
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of okay. It's not that bad. There are worse things.
All right. So we've got 4 picks left. Almost
picks left.
time. So I'll go ahead while we are waiting for that. Sam, run down your team. Give
Sure.
yourself a grade.
I will. Okay. So, whoops. It glitched. Hang on. Damn it. Okay. So my team is Christian McCaffrey, Todd Gurley, Cooper Kupp, DeAndre Swift, Russell Wilson, Jarvis Landry, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Freeman, Curtis Samuel, Darius Slayton, Jared Cook, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Latavius Murray. I kind of wish I'd taken a tight end a tiny bit sooner, but I'm okay with Jared Cook. I feel like there's going to be a couple other streamers that I can pick up on waivers later. I like the Slayton pick. With Curtis Samuel and obviously us being unsure of the receivers with Carolina, I think that it's a good dart throw. And when you're kind of making picks that late, you just need to go with people that you feel like are going to have an opportunity because they've had an opportunity in the past. So for me, that's why I went with him there. And I do like DeAndre Swift, and I feel like this is going to be one of those drafts where people have to be mindful of, using that word again, of the rookies and just the potential that they're going to have. So hopefully with the draft, hopefully still happening, and hopefully we still have football, these rookies have a lot of potential. So I just don't want people to sleep on any of them.
It's just a huge offensive rookie class.
Yeah.
Huge.
Big deal.
Sam, I love Russ Wilson in the 5th round. And
Yeah, I'm probably most happy with that. I couldn't believe I still got him.
Darius Slayton in the 10th round is kind of sneaky too. I like him.
I like being sneaky in my drafts. That's my favorite.
There you go. All right, I'll run down mine real quick, Tater. I got Dalvin Cook in the 1st, Julio in the 2nd, Singletary in the 3rd, Kerryon Johnson in the 4th, A.J. Brown in the 5th instead of the 4th. I duped you guys there. Devontae Parker in the 6th. This guy won me several championships last year, and I'm hoping Fitzmagic's the starter in the first few weeks of the season because the connection there is real. Jerry Jeudy in 7, Raheem Mostert in 8, Rashad Penny in 9, TJ Hawkinson in 10, Baker Mayfield in 11, Sammy the Glassman Watkins in 12 with his new restructured deal, and Bob Anderson in the 13th round. Just needed someone with good hair on the squad.
Sure.
Yeah, it's all about all hair team. So I got Elliott in the 1st, Mahomes in the 2nd, Connor in the 3rd, Stephon Diggs in the 4th, Thielen, Austin Hooper, Darius Geis, Mike Williams, Mecole Hardman, James White, Justin Jefferson, Dawson Knox, and terrible Jalen Samuels pick. I like my team though, to be quite honest.
I like my team too.
I think it'd be a competitive team across the board. Tight end is probably my weakest spot here with Hooper and Knox, but you just hope for the best there. But I like my running backs. I like my receivers. So
I like Hooper, man.
I do. Oh, I love Hooper. So does Little or Big Wheel. But or I should say management at Little or Big Wheel. But you know, I just, there are a few times that I was going to pounce a little bit earlier. Like I was really keen on Kelsey in the third, and you kind of Doug Core stuffed me right there. So yeah, I like Mark Andrews, Will Jenkins. Yeah. I like my team. I'm not upset with it whatsoever.
Tater.
Well, I went experimental. I wanted to see how my team would turn out if I went Lamar Jackson in the first round, because Lamar was the fantasy MVP outside of maybe Christian McCaffrey. And unless you're picking number 1 overall in any draft, you're not getting Christian McCaffrey. So went Lamar and Nick Chubb over Aaron Jones. I took Mark Ingram and Kenyon Drake, which had no business being there in the 3rd and 4th round. Both of them really had no business being there in the 3rd or 4th round wraparounds, but got them both. So had to take them and had to try to find other options at wide receiver later in the draft. So Tyler Boyd, DJ Chark, and Will Fuller are my guys. Some high upside young players with N'Keal Harry, Deontay Johnson, and John Ross. And then tight end, I'm going streaming option, boys. I'm going streaming. OJ Howard and your boy Tyler Higbee. And of course,
I don't think that's streaming, man. I like those guys.
I like all those that you mentioned streaming with the receivers.
Yeah, I really want to see Deontay Johnson take a step up with his role and his expansion in the offense, because I think he's the clear-cut number 2 to Juju Smith-Schuster, and he reminds me a lot of it, like his route running reminds me a lot of Antonio Brown. I mean, I don't think he's that type of like overall talent, but I really like him as a sleeper. N'Keal Harry, I think that he was just the ankle injury really cost him his rookie year. I still think the talent is 100% there. And I mean, there's rumors that Julian Edelman's not even going to be in New England this upcoming year. So someone has to catch passes. So for me, it's Harry. And then John Ross, kind of a lottery ticket. But a lottery ticket that could explode with Joe Burrow if he's as good as I think he is. And then Zach Moss. If you guys haven't watched Zach Moss out of Utah, do yourselves a favor and watch your boy Zach Moss, because if he's a very good, underrated kind of guy that's made in the mold of Kareem Hunt. So keep an eye.
Love it.
Do you guys think, I mean, we can set our personal, things aside. I'm sure we each thought we had the best draft, but of our 4 teams, who do you guys think had the best one?
Probably Tate.
Yeah, I'll give Tate the credit on this one because of
the late Kenyon Drake pick.
Yeah, I mean, if Kenyon Drake wasn't on this team, I don't know if I'd like it as much, but I mean, this team's stacked with Lamar Jackson. So the experiment worked out. Well done, buddy.
Yeah, it was a good experiment. Although I got to say, Levy, I do think that your team ended up shaking out pretty good. I do like your receivers with Julio, AJ Brown, Devontae Parker, and Jerry Jeudy at the top there.
Thanks, Sam.
Sammy Watkins aside.
I just think you waited a little too long on a quarterback.
Oh, yeah, I definitely did. But you know what? In real life there, I probably would have taken
in real life
Cousins as my QB2. Yeah. If I'm playing for $102 there.
It's all right.
To be honest, this is not real life at all for any of us. So we are in the simulation right now.
Yes, we're in the simulation zone.
When we sign off, Levy will go back and change some of his mid-round picks to who he really wants. So. Post it on social media.
Probably. Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for joining us. This was a really fun mock draft Saturday. I hope everyone's hanging in there with the quarantine. And if you have any football questions, hopefully we get some maybe good news after this call that's supposed to release this afternoon, as Trump is meeting with a lot of commissioners to decide future of sports for 2020. So hopefully we get some good news. Fingers crossed. Guys, stay safe out there. Wash your hands, and as always, stay safe. Thanks again for our sponsors, The Original Hooters and Fantasy Focused. You guys have the whole crew today. It was fun, guys. I'm so glad you guys were all here.
Thanks for having me. Great time.
Yes. Where can everyone be found on all the social medias? Let's go around the Brady Bunch 4 squares here.
The Brady Bunch. Huh? That Antonio Brown pick was an accident. Forgot about the clock, but I am not a cheetah.
Will Jenkins throwing you under the bus there. Levy, where can everyone find you on social?
Just add fantasy focused. I keep it easy. Actually, on Twitter, there's an extra D on there. There's some inactive account for the last 10 years that has stolen at fantasy focus. But Bucky's at TT Podcoys. If you want to follow me on my regular social media, you can find me.
Someone stole fantasy focus.
Where have you been, Tate? You think I just threw an extra D on there for the hell of it?
Scumbags.
And Derek Tate can be found at dtater4 on all forms of social. I am at Samantha R. Holt on Twitter and at Sam_awesome on Instagram. Thanks everyone for joining us for this awesome mock draft Saturday. It was fun. We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe.
See ya.